Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Here we are, there's Wolfie, there is a creeper, just enjoying the scenery apparently. Yep, just hanging out. Oh god, here he comes. Quickly now. Let's get this, let's get Wolfie, and... oh, he actually is in the direction I wish to travel. He's in the direction I wish to travel. Let's just a little bit kind of avoid him. Sounds like the plan to have. But yes, we are back. Wolfie is back. I am back. Minecraft is back. In Farlands or Bust. I don't know what that was all about, but I said it. And it is in the recording. So yeah, here we are. We are still at 23% of our Child's Play charity. Why did that guy just spawn there? That Minecraft. What's up, guys? I would say fix your game, Jeb, but this is an old version of the game, so I don't think they'll be fixing it. But yeah, 23% of our Farlands or Bust Child's Play charity fundraiser. $6,841 so far. That's amazing. I really appreciate it. Going to a good cause, Child's Play charity, getting toys, books, and games to children's hospitals worldwide. It's a worldwide charity. It's a good thing indeed. Ooh. Hello there. I had, when was it? I think it was when Minecraft came out of beta over Christmas 2010, and I created a new world after it came out of beta, and here, let me recreate the magical moment. Of course, I gotta be careful with Wolfie and lava, because I don't know. I don't think they mix very well. But yeah, yeah, this is pretty much almost an exact replica. Wolfie, I'm going to have you sit. Okay. But yeah, I basically, when I created a new world, this was before I started making videos, obviously. I created a new world. I spawned like this, looking out into the ocean and seeing the sunrise as you do. Yeah, this is like a perfect replication of it. And I'm like, oh, okay, Minecraft is in beta, or came out of alpha, and then went into beta is what actually happened there at December 2010. I'm like, all right, this is cool. Getting ready to check out beta, and then I turn around and I'm like, great, zombie Jesus, what, you know, there's this big lava waterfall a block away from me, so I'm like, all right, the game's trying to kill me right off the bat, so that was funny. A very interesting recreation there of KurtJMac Minecraft history. What is that noise? There's so many noises happening outside my window, either it's street cleaners or whatever that is. I don't know what that is. That can't be a lawnmower. It's not the day for the lawnmower people to come. The lawnmower people. Lawnmower man. Oh god, I'm scatterbrained today. Sorry, but yeah, I said we're at 23%. That's amazing. Child's Play charity, thumbs up. I still am, yes, working on the 20% video where I feed Speedy. I keep wanting to do something like funny or come up with like a certain idea. Oh, hey, I might actually need that. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Boop. My volume is very low. Pump up the volume. Oop. There we go. But yeah, I don't know, it might just end up be me recording my turtle eating worms. But yeah, there's that coming up. I do want to remind you guys that, what is today? Today is the 7th. Tomorrow, up until the 8th, is your last day to get free shipping on your Farlands or Bust Spreadshirt order of $30 or more using the gift code Mother's Day 12. So, and that is in the North America store only. Ooh, I gotta check this out. The last few episodes, you've just been kind of walking and ignoring the terrain generation, so I want to take some time to appreciate this kind of nifty landscape. Perhaps I can kill some more pigs. You are dead, sir. You are dead, sir. As are you, good sir. And I will leave you alive to tell the others what I've done. But yeah, the last day is May 8th. If you're in the North Americas, you can get free standard shipping with that code. And I also have good news that the European Farlands or Bust Spreadshirt shop is open. That's at farlands.spreadshirt.net. Whereas the North America store is farlands.spreadshirt.com. So all the same designs there. They had a fewer choices for like the type of shirts. They don't have like standard or heavyweight. So let me know what you guys over across the pond think of the European shop. That just went up last Friday. The free shipping, unfortunately, does not apply to the European shop. Sorry, but yeah, hopefully, and I think I got the prices out right. I don't know. I did some pretty decent, what I think were decent translations between the United States prices and between that and euros. So I think I got that pretty good. So yeah, that's awesome. We had a few orders in that already. I don't remember if I mentioned this in the last episode. I don't think it was news yet, but the SpaceX launch has officially been rescheduled for May 19th, which is what I expected. This is a nice area. I think Zisto would like this. He enjoys the crazy cliffy areas to build upon. But yeah, the SpaceX launch has been rescheduled for May 19th, not May 10th. Which was the other backup date, but I figured they would just need that extra time. So it's officially May 19th is what they're aiming for, which means the NASA social event will be the 18th and 19th. So I am shuffling my schedule accordingly. It's on May 19th because they have to obviously sync up with the International Space Station going overhead. The launch time is, I think, like 4 a.m., so, I don't know how they're going to schedule that, but night launches are always interesting. You know, it's like watching the sunrise. So, with, the rocket exhaust. But, yeah, hopefully that goes through. That'll be an interesting thing to enjoy. I guess you guys in Europe and on the other side of the planet will be up and awake to see my live tweeting of that. But yeah, looking forward to that. And I said I was going to be doing that for that'll be like my 50,000 subscriber special. Well, it might be timed out correctly because I'm about 250 subscribers away from 50,000, which, what's going on? That's crazy and awesome. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I got a little bit of a spike thanks to the ultra hardcore glitch death of doominess and unfairness, but yeah, that's fun. I already talked all about that. If you haven't watched my last Mindcrack SMP server video, I talked all about that and discussed it. And I discussed it. It was disgusting. But yeah, disappointing. That was a little bit more pointing. But yeah, there's that. What else can I talk about? Oh, Farlands or Bust tip jar contributions. I want to thank Daza, Josh, and Craig. Particularly Craig gave because I believe he was the one who wanted me to remove the gravel from the bottom of the Mindcrack Royal Observatory. So thank you to those people for chipping in and saying they enjoy the show and the channel and encouraging me to keep on going. That's much appreciated. But as always, I require you to give to the Child's Play charity before considering doing that. What can I talk about? Yesterday, I saw The Avengers in the theaters. And I am expecting a flood of hate for this, but I thought it was okay. Everybody, I was watching, on Twitter and everywhere else, everybody's like, oh, it's amazing, it's the best movie ever, I'm going to see it a second time right away after the midnight showing. I mean, it was good. It was, a fun action movie, explosions and superheroes and robots and aliens and stuff like that, but, I mean, that's all I kind of had for it. And I guess as an aside, I've never gotten into or read the original comics or the Avengers or any of the other specific superheroes or anything like that. So I suppose for somebody who is a big fan of the comics or the lore behind it, I suppose you might have a more enjoyable time with that. But, I mean, it was good. It was, like I said, a good time. It was entertaining, but I certainly don't think it was the best movie ever. I mean, I'm going to try to avoid spoilers here, but it's very formulaic. Wow, look at all this miscellany I have. Get out of here, sand. Get out of here, cobble. Split the deck of that dirt and go to sleep. Ooh, What an amazing sunset. And awakeness. And talking about the Avengers-ness. And its mediocrity-ness. Oh god. It was good, but it like follows the formula. Basically, if you've seen any of the other movies, which I saw all the other movies for the other superheroes, it pretty much, you know, if you've seen any of those, you know exactly what's going to happen in this movie. You know, blah blah blah, this and that, entire city gets destroyed, no civilians die somehow, despite the fact that entire buildings are falling down, you know, like 9/11 style, you know, but and then stuff happens and etc. etc. So it's it was good, it was entertaining. I think this is my hypothesis, this is my totally off the top of my head and uneducated hypothesis, is that people think it's such an amazing movie and it's gotten, you know, it broke so many box office records and whatnot. I think that's mostly because if you look at the beginning of 2012, all the other movies that have come out have been pretty much shite. You know, it's not, there's not much competition, so nobody. That's personally the first movie I saw this year. The last movie I saw in the theater was Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and that was out in 2011. And I mean, that was an excellent movie. You know, in terms of what I believe to be quality movies, it's stuff like that. I mean, in terms of superhero movies, it's going to be hard for any movie to compare with The Dark Knight. I mean, that, you know, brain explosions and, you know, that like ruined my day. You know, it was such a good movie. So yeah. But I think everybody's so gaga over the Avengers because the rest of the year, you know, nobody's been going to the movies because all the movies have been crap. And they've all, you know, they've seen, oh, this has been good reception, so let's all go see this for our first movie of the year, even though it's May. That's my hypothesis. Obviously, I have no evidence or anything else to back that up, but if you want to have a good time at the movies, I suggest you see it, but, you know, otherwise I would have been okay renting it or something like that. It didn't, you know, I mean, it didn't blow my mind or anything. Maybe the hype kind of hyped it up for me too much, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't what I was expecting. But who knows? The Avengers is out, I saw it, and that is how my cookie crumbles. That if I was ever gonna be a movie reviewer, that is how I would sign off. Ebert. But I don't. Yeah. So that happened yesterday. People have been asking where like other videos have been on my channel, like Driver. I want to do the multiplayer, but multiplayer is just broken. I log in and I go to view my friends list and the game crashes, and I'm apparently not the only one who's having this problem, and Ubisoft seems completely happy with just ignoring it. They give you suggestions like, oh, open all these ports on your router, I've done all that, or reinstall, I've done all that, you know, exclude it from all your firewall settings, I've done all that, and multiplayer just refuses to not crash on Driver San Francisco. So, I don't know, I might do every once in a while of those, but as you know, I've beat the game already, so the rest of it is just kind of messing around. How you doing on health, Wolfie? He's doing okay. Woof. No. So yeah, Driver San Francisco, Kerbal Space Program. I'd like to get into some mods, but just the last few weeks have been kind of weird for me. I've been feeling a little bit off my game, if you will. In a rut. A case of the yips. Baseball terminology. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things. The weather's been crappy in the Chicagoland area. We had like thunderstorms this past week, and we had some tornado warnings down south a little bit, but yesterday. But yeah, I'm trying to get back into things. I don't know. Well, I know there are reasons why I'm down, but or out of my game, but we will not go into those at the momento. Guess I can answer some questions. Strife604 asks, Kurt, are you good at cooking? If you are, what is your specialty dish? It's kind of funny, this past Saturday, I was kind of live tweeting myself making banana bread. I can't say I'm a particularly apt baker, But I found this recipe for banana bread that had bourbon in it, and I'm like, yes, this is a good excuse for me to buy a bottle of bourbon. So, ooh, look at this mountain. I like it. So yeah, that went pretty well. The recipe was online, and it called for 3 bananas. I like my banana bread to be banana-y, so if I was to do it again, I would add another banana, but it's really good. It turned out really a nice loaf of bread. So yeah, I had that, and it pairs well with a nice scotch. But yeah, it's only like 3 tablespoons of bourbon you add, so it's not like it's, alcohol bread or anything, but it turned out pretty good. In terms of baking, I'm good at breakfast stuff. I make some mean French toast, scrambled eggs and stuff. I've been getting good at doing Italian meatballs with Italian sausage. That's a spicy meatball. But yeah, that's kind of an easier thing to make. I used to I still do really like grilling, like Italian, sausage and bratwurst and burgers and kebabs and things, but the association that I live in recently, because I have a balcony, they recently banned charcoal grills on balconies, and I refuse to use a gas grill because I was just raised on using a charcoal grill, and it just tastes better to me, and it's far more interesting to have flaming piles of coal over just a little Bunsen burner type thing. So yeah, I haven't been grilling out lately. So yeah, I can't say I'm not like Iron Chef or anything like that, but I have a few things that I enjoy making. Indeed. Ooh, and that was just an apt question that I found because I was talking about the banana bread stuff. I think cooking and stuff kind of appeals to my... Let's, hello. Let's lumberjack our way downstairs. This is the lumberjack tune. And gotten. Careful, Wolfie. Careful, Wolfie. Oh, there he is. Teleporting dogs. Just don't teleport into my brain, please. But yeah, where else was I going with this? Yeah, what was I saying? The baking? Oh yeah, I think cooking, kind of appeals to my kind of obsessive compulsive, there's instructions and you follow the instructions and you measure. It's almost like doing a science experiment. I think that's why I like making my coffee with a French press, because you got 4 tablespoons of this, and the temperature of the water has to be exactly this, and I got a thermometer, and yes, I go that far. I get the thermometer out and make sure my temperature of my water before I put it with the coffee, and you have to stir it after 60 seconds this many times, and it's a very precise order of things that really appeals to my scientific obsessive compulsive brain. So yeah, that's cooking's all right. It's an all right thing to do. Of course, sometimes I just like boiling up a couple hot dogs and having that for dinner, or throwing a pizza in the oven. So a little of this, a little of that, I guess. This is kind of I think I might have mentioned this, or I was talking about applying to be an astronaut and stuff, but somebody asked, Argle Flargle asks, you can't say that without sounding like you have marbles in your mouth. Argle Flargle? Argle Flargle asks, is there a maximum height for astronauts? And indeed there is. There is, if you've ever looked at the astronaut application, which I have, there is a height requirement, very similar to Air Force pilots and things like that. It's based on the fact that they need to fit in the seat in the capsule in whatever spacecraft or jet you're in. You have to be a minimum of 4 foot 10.5 inches. So Dodger, you can just barely be an astronaut by half an inch. Because she watches my show, which she doesn't. But so yeah, there's a minimum height of 4 foot 10.5 and a maximum height of 6'4". So technically, I'm 6'2". I could be an astronaut. Although back in the 90s, there was an astronaut who was 6'2" who wasn't allowed to go onto the Soyuz until I think they changed kind of the design of the interior of the Soyuz, so now they could accept that, but you don't get that many tall astronauts. And that, of course, those height requirements, I haven't checked if anything has changed, but those height requirements were from the space shuttle area. Oh. That might have been a spawner, but I really do not care for it. Yeah, that was back from the space shuttle era, so, you know, requirements might change now that there's new spacecraft being built. Like, I don't know if there's different height requirements for the Dragon capsule once that gets rated for astronauts, which is the SpaceX capsule, which is going to fly atop the Falcon 9. Okay, this is getting a little bit dangerous. I didn't want to be in the middle of this forest, so let's do this. But yeah, there are indeed height requirements, but they're pretty liberal at that. And yeah, those might change depending on future spacecraft. We'll sit out there and defend the hidey hole, Wolfie. And we'll do that. And it's been 2 days. I'm having a hard time keeping track because I'm not recording with my audio software anymore, so I can't tell the time of how long I've been recording. But yeah, thank you for those few questions. I've still got a whole list here in Notepad of a bunch more, so we have plenty to talk about on our way to the Far Lands because we have plenty of distance to go. Indeed. So yeah, certainly thanks for watching this episode of Far Lands or Bust. Woof. Wolfie enjoyed it. What was I going to do? Workbench. That. Let's make another one of these guys and then cook up this iron I picked up a little bit ago. And a boop. And a boop. And then we'll make the beds, and I can remind you guys that you can keep going to farlandsorbust.com to contribute to our Child's Play charity fundraiser. Like I said, we're at 23% right now, and when I reach 100%, I will press F3 to tell you guys how far I've gotten in Far Lands or Bust, and that is the only condition at which I will press F3 again. So yeah, I really appreciate all the contributions thus far, and the generosity on behalf of Farlanders around the world. Woof. Oh, plenty of stacks of wood. Woof. Now you're barking all the time. Indeed. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. You can ask more questions in the comments below. You can like, you can subscribe if you're not already. You can try to be the 50,000th subscriber. Not that you're going to win anything, but hooray for you. And yeah, my name is Kurt. I will see you next time.